Hey, it's Jeremy from websitebuilderexpert.com. We're going to continue on our series of tutorials on how to use Weebly. So if you haven't made up your mind on whether to use Weebly.com or not as your website builder, these tutorials are going to be helpful. In this video, I'm going to give you a quick orientation of what to expect when you first sign into the Weebly.com, basically into your website after you signed up, and what some general settings that you should look into configuring before you start working on your website. So once you're logged in, this is the page that you're going to work on. And now there's only the home page right here, but you can add other pages later on. These items here are what they call elements. You can drag and drop any one of these elements into your screen down here, into the body of the website, to start creating your unique website content. And we're going to go over that in other detailed tutorials. Over here in design, it allows you to pick your themes, and we're going to go over that separately as well. And for Weebly, even if you're a free user of Weebly, it provides you with hundreds of different template designs, so you can really customize your look that way. Pages is where you would add different pages. We're going to go over that separately. What I really want to go over is just the settings. Settings is basically the first thing you should configure, because it is one of those items that once you set up, you don't have to touch that later on unless you really have to. So why don't we just go over this quickly. As I said before, you can actually change your subdomain name right here. So you don't have to worry about if you have the perfect name or not, because this is perfectly flexible. You can change down the road. Recall in our first tutorial we said we set this website up as website builder expert test.weebly.com. If I just click into change site address, I can edit this however I want to, or register for a new domain or use a pre-existing one that I already have. So I'm just going to click close here because I don't want to change anything. So the next item is site title. Right now it says Weebly example because when I signed up for this account, I just typed in Weebly example. And this phrase here will actually show up at the top corner of your website. Now, you have the option of turning it off or actually changing it into a logo. If you click on the logo, you can drag your own image into here and it's going to show up. So just coming back here, you can use whatever text you want, and again, you can use an image as a logo if you wish. These items here are only available for Pro users. So when it says Pro right here, that means you have to upgrade to the Pro subscription before these items are available for you to use. Now you can click into the Pro tab here, and automatically the upgrade screen is going to come up. So if you choose to do so, you can upgrade if you wish, but I highly recommend that you thoroughly understand Weebly first before you make that move to upgrade your website. Here are just the Pro features that's going to be available to you once you upgrade. So just coming back here and continuing on. The footer message here is an important one. If you're using Weebly for free, there's going to have a little advertisement. It's very non-intrusive by Weebly at the very bottom of the website. Why don't I just show you now? Just coming out of the editor, the settings, right here, it's very non-intrusive, you can see. So it's a trade-off for using Weebly for free and the little footer there. But once you upgrade to Pro, this footer, you have the option of turning off this footer. So down here you get search engine optimization. This is where you will insert detailed description of what your website is all about. Search engines cannot see a website like you and I can see a website that's full of design, images, and whatnot. When they crawl your website, all they see is text and codes. So you want to make sure that you provide the search engines as much description as possible of what your website's all about. So when a search engine, for example Google, comes across the site description, which is what you would insert what your site is all about, it would have an understanding of what your website's all about, and so it will be more beneficial for you to be as descriptive as possible. Also with the keywords, what is your website all about? What category amongst this broad world of websites is it in? Is it a review website like ours? Is it a online shop? Is it a retail clothing store, etc.? So you can insert your keywords in here. Google Analytics is where you can insert a snippet of code once you sign up for Google Analytics, which is also free, which allows Google to track activities on your website. Now, this is very advantageous for you if you want to understand where your visitors are going, how much time are they spending on each specific page, where are they going, where are they exiting on your website, and so you can gain a lot of intelligence in how users are interacting and visiting your website. So once you have a website up and running and you're serious about it, this provides a ton of intel on how you can improve your pages. E-commerce settings here, so only applicable if you're running an online store. You can choose your merchants, which at the time of this review only has Google Checkout or PayPal. Again, there are third-party plugins which I mentioned in my detailed review that you can integrate into your Weebly website, and it's a much more powerful e-commerce platform, and so you can do all sorts of e-commerce related tasks. So once you've configured, click Save. When you are ready to publish your website, just click the Publish button here. And what's going to happen is the website will be published under the subdomain name that you set up. Again, you can change the subdomain name as I demonstrated before to whatever you want. Click on this and the new website is going to show up. Okay, now obviously there's nothing in here, so in the next tutorials we're going to go over how to start using elements to start building your website.